All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts.
Down, 60-or.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now.
Throwing on first down. Murphy. James has got it. Complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Delta. Shoot.
To throw is Murphy. Operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And now running right through it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Kill.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Let's go, D.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Come off the ball.
2nd and 3. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal?
Defense, let's go.
From the gun, Hopkins. And intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 30 base.
I know he ain't got
it. Ready.
Now Murphy. From the gun, he'll throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is Michelle on the counter, and this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. 10 Tucson.
59.
You're out.
Check 3.
Topper.
Check 99. Switch.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They do not.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Check. Slam.
Hey, exit. Snap.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Hey.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down now, Barkley. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, Hopkins. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Off play action. Hopkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Hopkins. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
Paris Campbell. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, dude.
Mike 5'9". Come on. You better bring it. Mike.
Hey, lock it.
Mike 59.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Wide. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Not today.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Check.
Bam. Hey, Charlie. Check go.
2nd and 2. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Get it.
On first down, Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Curry.
Hey, wahoo.
54 is Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter.
54, Mike 54. Watch the run.
Hey, Echo. Go.
2nd and 13. Dancing to his left. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Slam.
6-6, pull it high. Leo.
Hey, check 20.
Look at me. Door.
Back.
Snap.
From the gun, Hopkins over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Ready.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Lead grip.
Back to throw. Hopkins. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
A 53-yard attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Ready, break.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You got to get the ball until you get the ball right here. Let's go.
Here's Murphy operating from the gun. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, orbit.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it
Good
up.
night.
Murphy now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Murphy to throw again. He's got Fuller.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
54 Mike. I'm coming.
Ready?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
They're running it. Check 4.
Looking to throw. Murphy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I got it.
Get it.
On the ground, Michelle. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On 1st and 10, Hopkins. Campbell making the catch. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
80 weapon.
Mike 5-9. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, here we go. Switch. Switch.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Hopkins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You got to be ready. Hey, Seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
General West.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Big stop, D.
Rock it. Hey. High 7.
Watch the shift.
5.
From the gun, Hopkins. Catch made here by Campbell. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Let's go.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back to throw. Hopkins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up second and 2 at the Patriots' 43-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
56. Mike.
Now.
Right there. 56. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 50.
Looking to throw. Hopkins. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hopkins gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him come out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Tony Brown there on the tackle. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
54 is Mike. Check. Hey, Delta. 54.
On first down, Hopkins. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Send Tucson. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Check 50. Check 50.
Topper. Topper. Hey, exit.
46.
Right on.
To throw on second down. Hopkins. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready?
Mike, 46. Let's go. Check.
You draw Porkers.
46 to Mike, 46.
Hey, keep it.
Throwing on first down. Hopkins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hopkins. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Go, go.
Right there. 54, right there, 54, Mike. You.
Hard.
Safety creek.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep.
The Patriots take over the first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Man up, deep.
Off the draw, here's Michelle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some...
22 jet bombers.
To throw is Murphy. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
218, chopper. Snap.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A good game there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. He's coming. We got double.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, shoot!
Right there, 54.
Back to throw. Murphy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the run. 56 to Mike. 56.
From the gun, Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
56-6, pull it high. 54. Shift.
Operating from the gun, Hopkins. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Greystone travel. Ready?
Off play action. Hopkins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Patriots 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 54.
Yo.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Come on.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You don't want this. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one.
Now.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here it comes.
Looking to throw. Murphy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. He runs. Out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
I got you, boy. Right there. 54.
64. Weak. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Yep.
I'm here all day. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
Now Murphy operating from the gun. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Foxtrot.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Murphy throwing on 4th down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Pull it together. Check 3. Check 3.
Ready.
On the run, it's Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. I got wide.
From the gun, Hopkins. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Hopkins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Undercut, undercut, undercut. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Five.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Shoot.
On 4th down, Murphy. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got 3 down.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They run again with Logan. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
This is Logan. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. And they'll try the jet sweep here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Logan. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On second down, Dobbins, and nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Ready.
Mike 54.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Murphy now throwing on fourth down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
I'm coming for you. You mind?
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Set up. 60 or.
Ricky.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.